Hello guys, welcome to the Trading Parrot. Since yesterday nothing has changed that much. You can see here the RSI daily. We are currently being held by this resistance. Most likely we are going to see some sort of initial rejection. Hopefully we are going to see a higher low forming here, and that could increase the chances that we see sooner a breakout. When it comes to a swing trade, my biggest concern is that we still have a lot of liquidity very close to the price, and this is just too tempting for the whales to take out before we go higher. And yes, in the past we left a lot of liquidity here, but that was after 2 consecutive attempts to break above it, and price was heavily restricted here with all this selling pressure, and that's why it didn't succeed. But if you look below the price, we don't have significant support there to prevent the price going from 55k. So it's just a matter of probabilities. Of course, this can still break out to the upside. I think the better way to get an early indication is to continue looking at the RSI, monitoring this breakout here. That could give us the direction with much higher accuracy. Very interestingly, after we took the short from 67k breakout all the way to 62.5, currently, after breaking below that target, we are being held with that as a resistance, which proves my point that 62.5 was incredibly important level. I'm hoping that this doesn't become our actual level of resistance. There is some liquidity here at 65k, and there is a potential for the price to go slightly higher, somewhere between 64 to 65, before it actually fully continues, and again, later, potentially grabbing that 55k. So looking to the upside in the last 30 days, we have big liquidity on the downside just here at 60.9, which we haven't touched yet. There's a liquidation at 61.2. So if the price goes slightly lower, it could take out first this, but then immediately above us, we have the 62.5, quite substantial level with 474 million. And right after that, we have a big ladder here of ask and liquidation levels. That starts from 64.7 and it ends at 65.5. In the live order book, we can see that at 60 people are building the protection to not go below. I'm not taking very serious these levels, even though it's packed with liquidity. If the price plummets here, do not count that these orders are going to stay there as usual. And at 62.2, we have some selling with 600 and another 600 there and 400 here. So it's pretty decent selling pressure just above us, and it continues to drag down the price. So I stay strong with this idea that if we have that breakout on the daily, we might take all this liquidity here and then fall back down to take the 55. But if we don't manage to break above that RSI trend line to the upside to take this first, we might go as well straight into the 55. The miners are still capitulating, the MAs are even opening wider, which means that the capitulation is at the biggest expansion since we started from the first capitulation signal around here. So if there's going to be a buy, I wouldn't expect it to happen straight tomorrow unless the price of Bitcoin pumps heavily to the upside, and that contributes for the miners to have a little bit less of stress. We still have these 5 bullish divergences here. I doubt that they're gonna disappear since that candle is not settled, but let's see by the end of today whether they're still there. But 5 bullish divergences should give us enough gas to push to 64. Worst case scenario, the high 63s. NASDAQ and S&P are pushing up today, slightly higher, but still not putting higher highs. They need to battle with all the divergences and the NASDAQ with the loss of the momentum. No news on buy signals on Bitcoin yet, no breakouts, and the signal that we've been monitoring coming below 70 from the longs. It's getting close to trigger, so continue monitoring. Tomorrow I'm going to be traveling, so I might not be able to put out a video, so make sure that you're following me on Twitter. In case I see anything changing, I will let you know there. Here you can see as well on CoinGlass that level of liquidation is expected to be around 64.9. On the 4-hourly, you can see how this trend line that was our support so many times and resistance in the past currently is being as well our new resistance. Guys, I remind you to have a look at the links in the description. I have a special link with a new partnership with Bybit with 30,000 in rewards. And if you join my Discord server, there's an area called Bybit Perks that you can use to get up to 70% discounts for any of the TTP subscription tiers. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.